Morning everyone. Scorcher this morning. Been doing a bit of gardening. I got attacked by this bloody thing. Got the treatment though. Bloody. Nice snake. Trouble is, he didn't give me a second to figure out what it was, because he just reared up like a cobra and struck like a cobra. Bloody thing. Anyway, I think we're into dry season now. Beautiful. Mimi's just off to the school. Headmaster's retired, and a couple of other teachers, isn't they, or just him?
No,
Three, yeah.
One teacher teach English, one teacher teach the football, volleyball, and the big board.
PE teacher, English teacher, and a headmaster. I'll go over there later, probably.
Yeah, you can go.
I can go where I want.
Have the 13 tonight.
13.
Oh, I so long.
What are you waiting for?
To see.
Tidied that bit up there.
What my hand look like?
Looks like you just got out of bed. You brushed it.
No.
Get up, it's not funny, I'm tired. My head's pounding. What I plan on doing is moving these rocks. Now you've got all the sort of the grass roots and what have you that are bound the soil together. And I'll run a line across, straight line, probably about 2 foot, and then just do a little bit of a lawn like I used to have that I can walk along. I'll get there eventually. I just boiling my head off, cutting it all down, trying to neaten it up. Might move all these rocks yet, I don't know, maybe put them along the fence along there. We'll see. Have to water these chilli plants. Coming along good though. Grasshopper. Boy, here they come. Biker gang. How's I? Ah! Hey, you got new shoes again? Paying you too much. When are you going to wash your motorbike then? You mean when I do it?
Good job.
Ride safely. Where's your helmet?
What you mean helmet? Just 1 kilometer.
Yeah, 1 kilometre dragging your head down the road would kill you. Bye. Talk to the hand, Wayne. Talk to the hand. Right, back in. Gonna rest in front of the fan for a bit. Got my 90-day report tomorrow. It's actually on Saturday. I'll just go a day early. Could go Monday if I wanted to, but may as well get it out of the way. Winnie's just had a go at Rocky. He's been mithering her. Hey! Full of himself now. Oh, he's licking up the snake blood. Hey, get up. Come on. What's this? Come on in. Rinse that off. I rinsed that off, forgot about that when I killed this morning. So I just give the bike a rinse. I was going to go in the car, but Mimi wanted to go to Chong Chong Market, but I've talked her out of it. Just give the bike a once over and I'll lube the chain while I'm here. It's amazing, I've done, I think it's 4,000 kilometers. I've not even adjusted the chain yet. It's perfect. It's a lot thinner chain than what I had on my ZX10, but it's very strong. Is that 4,333 kilometers? I think. I adjusted the rev counter. Prefer it with just the one line rather than 3, 4, 5 however many there were before. And I've set the red light, or set it to flash when it gets to 11,000 revs, which is the red line. I think it was set at something like 5.5 or something before. It'll be flashing all the time. Just going to check for mice. It's got a really good system actually of opening removing the seat. That comes off quite easy, just with a key. That's normal. Normal for a motorbike, but this is good. Just pull that there. 1, 2 rubber grommets. There you go. As you can see in that grey bag anyway, I put in mothballs to deter the rats. Seems to work. I don't see any hums. Don't need washing really, just rinse it off. Just dry it off rather with this cloth. Nice clean mirror so I can see what's coming up behind, if anything. I'm just thinking about looking for somewhere else to mount the camera. I mean, the shots are, pretty good. I like them. No point showing the clocks. I'll get all restricted by that. Not that I'd want the clocks to be shown anyway, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Right, I'll just crack on and finish off, and I'll show you how I lube the chain anyway. It's not recommended when you look at a lot of maintenance videos, but I don't care. I do my own thing. Been a mechanic for, how old am I now? 55. Nearly 40 years. Yeah, the old visa debate. A lot of people get worked up over it, but I don't stress about it at all. I was basically looking at 3 countries to retire to. Spain was one, which obviously there's no issues at all with it being an EU country at the time. Obviously Brexit hadn't happened and the vote hadn't been won, as far as I'm concerned. I looked at New Zealand, but I think when I was looking I was 45, and my memory serves me right. I think you had to be, I think 45 was the maximum age where you could go over there. And then when my marriage broke down, I came to town with my brother on holiday. He's married to a Thai. Checked the place out, did my sums and everything, and I'd had enough of the UK anyway. I was ready for packing in. I was going to retire at 55, but I was 48 at the time. I was 49 in April. I came out in May for the first time to Thailand. Came to Buriram really, stayed there most of the time, apart from a few, I think a couple of nights in Bangkok before I flew back, and I liked it. And I looked at this area mainly because it's where my brother's house is. He's got two now, and he's going to be retiring out here next year, so I wanted to be close to him. He's 10 years older than me, and he left home, I think it was about 19, 20, something like that when he left. So I never really seen much of him. And then when I joined the army, he was living down south. I got the odd weekend where I went down to see him and that, and then my first posting was in the UK. But after that, I spent more or less 12 years in Germany, in BAUR, apart from the odd tours to various places, the old 6-month specials. So anyway, I've been to a lot of countries in the forces, a couple on holiday. I'm a very independent person. I left home at 17, I joined the army at 19, and I know my own mind, I know myself. I like, more or less, being dependent on myself and not relying on others. What's up, Winnie? So I knew I could make a go at Thailand, no problem, as long as the finances were okay. I did all my sums, like I say, and I knew I'd be okay. Just had to be a little bit careful, that was all. So anyway, here I am. As for the visa situation, I came over on a triple entry tourist visa, which was available at the time. Now the most you can get, I believe, is a double now. See, so there's one visa that's been affected. And the more people that contravene visa rules and regulations over here, and the more they clamp down on people. And there's definitely been a drive, especially since the military government, to try and get people on the right visa. And they want to get rid of the cheap charlies and the undesirables, people they don't want. They want people that can take care of themselves financially. Let's let that truck go by. And I know it's a pisser. I'm losing 15,000 baht a month since the Brexit vote. It's just the way it is, you know. But I budgeted at 40 baht to a pound, and as long as it didn't drop below that, I'd be okay. I could go lower. I could probably go down to 30, but that's because I've got savings in the bank, which I'm not touching now. They're put away for emergencies, medical emergencies, that kind of thing. And I'm basically just living on my my army pension, which is livable on. And then when I'm 67, in 12 years time, I'll get my state pension on top of that, and I hope to live at least another 15 years after that, hopefully. And save up quite a lot of money, providing I don't get too sick or anything like that. And I plan to be able to leave some money for Mimi when I pass. That's the plan anyway. You've got to think of the future. I started planning when I was 21 on how to retire. First time I was in Cyprus on the beach. I was 20 years old. I had my 21st birthday out in Cyprus, and I loved it. and I thought, yeah, this is the life for me. I'd never been to a hot country in my life before that. So I planned from there, really. Anyway, as for the visa, always got to make sure that, you know, you keep up to date with any rule changes that affect the visa you're on. Anybody that qualifies for a retirement extension or a marriage extension doesn't need to go through an agent. Yeah, if they want to use an agent for convenience, because they're too lazy or stupid, or they just don't want the hassle, then yeah, I can see they're useful. But what practices go on, I can't believe since the military government's come in that they haven't clamped down on. Now, I have a friend that used to stay in Jomtien, and he used an agent. His excuse was he had enough money, but he didn't want to bring it over because he didn't trust Thai banks. And I hear that a lot. No, it's a load of rubbish in my book, because you can have the money in the bank. The first extension, you've got to have the money in there for 60 days prior to you renewing your visa or the expiry date. But you can take the money out the next day. So you can't trust Thai banks for 2 months or 3 months. I find it a little bit odd. And you need that money anyway to live in Thailand, which is 800,000 baht. Now, I don't spend 800,000 baht a year, but that's what they've deemed is necessary. Anyways, the way it works with these agents, or the way it worked for my friend, is he paid the agent. Now, some of these agents, you know, I mean, I think the cheapest I've heard is 12,000 baht. Well, some of them can charge 30 or 40,000. And all they do, using a corrupt official and a corrupt Thai bank managers, they'll deposit the required funds, 800,000 baht, in the bank just for 1 day. So you basically open an account, there's 800,000 baht. 1 day, they take your paperwork, your passport, everything, goes into immigration, comes back, stamped up, everything's alright. That's all well and good. But I've seen the bank book, and it's definitely, the money was only in for 1 day. So how the hell they get away with that when they photocopy the bank page, I don't know. The book was cancelled once he got his visa, and the funds were withdrawn. Now, so basically what you've got then, you've got people that don't have enough money, i.e. a minimum of 800,000 baht to deposit in the bank, or they can show that they've got 800,000 baht, or the equivalent of income plus money in the bank. Now, if you've got an income, the income has to come from outside Thailand, and it can be in the form of a pension, shares, dividends, or whatever. Now, if you're UK citizen, you get a letter from the embassy as a certificate of income, but you have to provide proof of that income. Pension letter, statements, bank statements, or whatever. You've got to have an income from somewhere. Otherwise, you will not get that letter. I think it's Australians and Americans. They can just go into their embassy and swear an oath that they get that, whatever amount they say that they get, and they get the letter. Now, that's all well and good, unless they get caught and they get questioned, and then they could be done for perjury, but who cares, that's up to them. So you got somebody in Thailand that doesn't have enough money, i.e. 800,000 baht. So they then go and pay, say, 25,000 baht for an agent, which is a big lump of money. The visa itself is 1,900 baht. That's all I ever pay, is 1,900 baht. If you want to leave the country and come back in, you can get a re-entry permit. You can get a single re-entry permit, or you can get multiple. Up to you. But personally, I've not left the country yet. I haven't seen all of Thailand. There's plenty for me to see. I've got no desire to go anywhere. So Thailand's pretty welcoming, really. And you know, 800,000 baht is, I don't know what it is now. It's just short of £20,000. It's plenty of money to live on in Thailand. It really is. But that's what they deem you require. Now, somebody like myself, because I've built my house, I don't have any rent. You see, you've got to think of all the variables. Somebody might rent for 5,000. Well, somebody like me doesn't rent at all. Somebody might rent for 5,000, living in a sort of a modest place, inland, something like that. Or you get a nice house at 5,000 actually. My house that I rented when this was being built was only 2,000 baht a month, and it had aircon in the bedroom. It was lovely, detached house. It was okay. But you know, somewhere a medium house or a condo in Pattaya might be 15 to 20,000 a month. In Phuket, even more expensive than Bangkok. You know, all depends how you want to live. I was chasing chickens. And then you've got the marriage extension as well, where you only need 400,000, which is okay if your wife's working, or your other half, depends, you know, whether you're female. But a lot of people, you know, it's just the wife don't work. 400,000, you've got to take care of wife and family. I mean, I could be living here alone. I'd be bloody quite well off actually. You know, I wouldn't have built this house. Probably wouldn't, if I'd have stayed in Pattaya, probably wouldn't have bought the car. I could have lived at my brother's house for rent free. Could have had a right life for Riley. But you get in your 50s, you can't live life like a young man anymore. Not without getting serious health problems. You know, got diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, all those things. Even though I put on a load of weight, I try and stay active to do what I can, really. But again, it's not something I stress over. When your time comes, your time comes. Not that bothered, really. So now I think the Thai government, it's not a bad amount, 800,000, of course. You know, when you were up at 55 baht to a pound, and then literally overnight it drops down to 45, and consequently it's down to 42. It's a huge hit to take, and I'm sure it's quite a few people have been outpriced, and they know they can live in Thailand for 400,000 or 500,000, and they've probably been doing it for years. And maybe they're the kind of people that have no choice but to use agents to stay here. But rules are rules. Anyway, it's down to the Thai government, really, the authorities. I've been checked, I think 2 or 3 times now by the police. Make sure I'm living here, which again, people think it's an inconvenience and a ball ache, but it's a good thing. Because one of the reasons is that they're checking you're still okay. You know? There was a British guy, and his wife was murdered, butchered by the wife's brother. For whatever reason, but sounds like greed. Anyway, that was this week. Without people checking up on you, you know, the wife could just say, people can just say, "Oh, where's Wayne? Where's Wayne?" The wife can just turn around and just say, "Oh, I don't know, he's left me, he's buggered off. Don't know anything." So, I think it's a good idea that they come out and check every now and again anyway. But, people in the village here, they know me. I see the village Bobby here nearly every day on his way to work. Comes by in the morning, usually stops. I was doing my garden today, and I was talking to somebody on Messenger, and they're like, I said, I'm going to go out and do a bit of gardening on the front. Well, don't get caught working, don't get caught working. I said, it's alright, I can get the village Bobby to give me an hand. Nah, there's no problem. There's no problem working on your own property. None at all. But on a vlogging issue, making videos for money, asking for donations through Patreon, PayPal, monetizing videos. Obviously, is the big fast that's gone up in Chiang Rai because somebody never got the proper visa, never bothered asking for permission, and this is where we've got all the problems now. All the hate that's going on, blah blah blah. I'm the innocent one. No, you're not. You're the person that couldn't be bothered to get the right visa, to do the right background checks. So don't blame everybody else. Now I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I swear my mum's life I haven't got a clue who reported the bloke to immigration, or what happened even. Because we've only heard this side of the story. Now, usually on these cases, it's a disgruntled Thai that makes the complaint. I find it hard to believe that the authorities would follow up on a complaint made by a foreign alien. But you never know. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully everything's sorted out up there. That's the moral of the story, really, is getting the right visa, for God's sake. You know, I wanted to retire when I was 40, 41, and I could have done if I'd have been a bit more savvy. I had a hell of a lot more money now when I was 41, 42 than I had when I was 49 when I came out of Thailand. I had about another 100,000 quid that I basically just frittered away on motorbikes and cars and some other things. But I had that money in those days, and it weren't money I earned, it was money I'd made from property deals. Just being in the right place at the right time, buying and selling at the right time. It wasn't earned money. It's all fake. And I actually predicted the crash that happened in 2008. I thought it would have happened earlier. But for me it was so obvious. People, you know, were borrowing far too much money for what they earned. Yeah. The banksters, a lot of the blame's on them. Obviously it was pushing out, pimping out cheap credit, but I never got tempted by it. When something seems too good to be true, it usually is. Anyway, I can see it happening in Thailand now. Thais don't really go in for the property market. Maybe they do in the cities and whatever. Mind you, that said, I bought a condo and sold it, and I made 15% profit on it, which was good. But I think Thais are tending to borrow money on land. You know, the price they get for rice has gone down since I've been here. I mean, it was up at close to 20 baht a kilo, and it dropped right down to 4.5 baht at one time. But right now it's up at about 14.5. But it'll probably drop once the crops start coming in at the end of November, beginning of December. And we'll see. Find out. Anyway, that's my thoughts on visas, really. Right, a safety feature on most bikes is if the stand's down, you can't ride off accidentally. You have what is called an inhibitor switch, which is this one under there, a little white button. So you pull the clutch in, put it in gear, the engine will stop. Now some of these smaller bikes, they don't have them, and you get a lot of accidents. People riding around with their side stand down. Go to lean left on a bend and down you go. So that up. Basically I just put it in gear, let the clutch out on the paddock stand. This spray is really good, spider spray. It's really sticky. Made by Loop 71. They also do that wow spray, what I use as a degreaser and a cleaner. And all I do, don't get myself anywhere near the chain, I just spray. Top and bottom, and that's it. Tap it into neutral, switch off, that's it, all greased and ready for tomorrow. Right, hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye now. Oh yeah, before I go, tattoo finished.